going to go back to Glasgow for a week, and I used to be a student there maybe just over a year ago now. But I was going to go back and visit a few places or visit where I was staying when I was a student. And I'm staying in the city centre this week, but I was gonna go back down to the south side of Glasgow, which is where I was staying as a student, one day, try and catch up with my friends another day, and just do some other odds and ends and revisit some places that I spent a lot of time at when I was in Glasgow. So feel free to come home and see what I get up to. Well, today's marking the first day that I go, well, technically it's the first day going over to Glasgow for this holiday, but yeah, so I've got a few things to do before I get the bus over to Glasgow, but hopefully that shouldn't take too long to do, but then after that I can just get on the bus and head over, which should be good. And I think it's like a 2-hour journey, just 2.5 maybe by bus, so hopefully I can get quite a little public cred whilst I'm on the bus. But I think mostly for today, because I've got a few odds and ends to do and check into where I'm staying, that'll just mostly be the kind of plan for today, is just get checked into the hotel and kind of get over there. That's me checked in now, which feels quite nice, so I might chill out for a bit before I head back out again, but yeah. Tonight's been quite chilled out, and after dinner I've been having a bit of a donder around, and I stumbled across the bar that I went out on a night out with the work staff on, or colleagues with, and I wasn't necessarily intending to try and find it, because I've very much forgotten that I'd been there, and then I just, because I've been wandering around, I ended up finding it, and yeah, I didn't intend to find it, but yeah. Anyway, tonight's been quite nice, but I'm probably just going to head back to my accommodation and see what I'll probably read my book for a bit tonight, just because the last few nights have been quite tired, so I'll probably just chill out a bit more tonight, and then, because tomorrow I intend to head down to where I was a student, so yeah. So I've ended up waking up quite early this morning, so I'm kind of just setting off to this now. But I'm going to try and find somewhere to get a coffee on my way, and yeah, I'll when I'm here I'll try and show you where I study and stuff. It'd be nice to be back. But yeah, also there's a lot of fireworks going off last night and I'm not fully sure of the reason why. But yeah, last night was pretty nice other than that. But can't complain, it's not too bad of a new year that I'm staying in. So I've made it to Queen's Park now, and this spot that I've made it to is was one of my favourite places to come when I was a student here, as at night, if you had a clear night, it was quite a nice view over the city centre and then kind of over the bit of Glasgow that I spent my time as well. But yeah. So this was another spot that I quite often went to watch the sunset, and I spent quite a lot of time doing that, as it's probably the best place for it. And I made it back to my accommodation whilst I was studying here, and I kind of forgot how big the campus was, but yeah, so much has changed since I was last here, but so little at the same time. And I found the first coffee shop. I went into it and the first day I came here, but I forgot how often I walked around this area. This was another little park that I used to walk through whenever I was doing my weekly shop, and if I forgot something I'd come this way to go to a different shop, because I'd get my coffee from Aston. This is the way I'd go to get there. But yeah, and I forgot how close Hampden Stadium is, because it was just round the corner from where I was staying. But yeah. After heading over to get what I intend to have for lunch at Asda, I went back to the Shorlands and found the old place that I used to work, which is shut down now, but it was nice to see the building again, and so I just kind of wandered through the Shorlands and went back to the cafe that I spent a lot of time at. Yeah, and I spent quite a lot of time writing my first book there, but for now I'm probably going to go back to Queen's Park and have a wander around there for a bit more. So I've been up for a little while now, but I'm on day 3, and last night and yesterday afternoon was quite chilled. I just kind of read quite a lot, or I read the comics. I got quite a lot, and I got through 3 of them. I think I got 6 in total, so I've got another 3 left. But yeah, I found another park bit to walk in that's just over the city centre, so I'm going to spend a bit of time walking around here this morning, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of my day, but I might have a look and see what's going on and stuff like that, and see what I want to do.
Please someone to save me, I can't find myself. I'm totally lost.
So I've spent quite a bit of this morning just dodging about, and I went down to Walkerson's mostly just for a look. But yeah, this afternoon I don't really have much planned. As tomorrow afternoon I'm probably going to try and go to a museum, I was thinking. But yeah, I'm planning to just have a bit and sit down this afternoon and read for a bit. Not very much has happened over the afternoon and this evening, but we're just going to head back to my afternoon accommodation and read for a bit. Very planned for tomorrow, but I think in another area I was looking alright, but I'm not entirely sure. I was planning basically to go to the museum, but if the weather's what I remember it being like, then I don't know what I'm going to be doing, because if I remember it's supposed to be nice to the weekend, so, but I intend to go to one of the many museums here, and it's just something, partly because there's a science museum on at the moment here, and I want to go and see that, but I'm not fully sure where it is, so I need to go. I probably should go find out where it is so I can go and see it. But yeah, I intend to go to one of the museums tomorrow. Anyway, that's my plan for tomorrow, and tonight's probably not going to be very exciting. Let's move on to day 4. just kind of been wondering about a bit because I've not decided necessarily where I want to go for a coffee yet. The weather tomorrow afternoon is looking worse than all of today, so I'm kind of intending to go to the museum tomorrow afternoon, and then so I'm not sure what my plan is for today, but when I eventually decide where I'm going to get coffee from, I'm going to try and see if there's anything roundabouts that I want to go to, which there probably will be. So I've kind of just been wandering about a bit, but I'm probably going to head back to the accommodation for a bit, have some lunch, I'll try to read a bit more of my book. I've read very much of that this morning, but yeah, I might message my mate later this afternoon and see what she's up to the rest of this week and whether or not I'm going to get to see her. But yeah. So my plans have kind of changed for tomorrow, because I was planning to go to the museum, but I've ended up speaking to my family, and my mum's auntie and uncle, so my great auntie and uncle, are coming over to Glasgow tomorrow because the weather's, from their perspective, the weather's looking better over here than it is over with them. So they're coming over here and they've got something they want to see over here, and it just so happens that I'm over here at the same time, so I'm meeting up with them. We're all going to see the same thing, and it just so happens that I get to meet up with them and I don't get to miss out on seeing them, which would be really nice because it's been a while since I've seen them, so I'm pleased about seeing them and whatever else, because at the end of the day they're my family, so I'm pleased to be seeing them. And so that's kind of like the plan for tomorrow anyway. From when I get up to when they let me know that they're on the train, I'll not really know what I'm doing, but at least my family keeps me busy, as it always is. But anyway, so kind of this afternoon evening I ended up speaking to one of my friends, which was really nice because I've not spoken to him in fine, we've been messaging each other over the last wee while, we've been messaging and keeping in touch in that form, but we had a phone call from about I had just finished my dinner, but he was due to go in for his dinner, but he phoned me, and we had a good chat then, and then I needed to go to the loo, and he then went in for dinner at that point, and then we caught back up with each other, and now I've got a bit more of a plan for tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of like centered my evening, and this afternoon I kind of just chilled out a bit, and then went out for a doner again, got dinner, and spoke to one of my friends. So yeah. So I'm on to day 4, and I've had a coffee so far, and I've kind of been wandering around a bit, and it's quite foggy this morning, so I don't know what I'm going to do with my time, whether or not I want to go, and I probably will get another coffee before I meet up with my granny, but I think she's arriving a bit earlier, so anyway, it doesn't make much of a difference to me anyway, so yeah. So I'm not long said goodbye to my family, and they're back on the train now, so I'm probably gonna go and chill out for a bit and then come back out for dinner. So I can't imagine I'd be doing too much tonight, and I'll need to try and work out what it is I want to do tomorrow, because got people I want to see tomorrow, and I might, depending on the weather, might go back to the museum later today and see the bits I didn't look at.
Pulling up black windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. But wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the gun down. Drop it on.
So I've been up for a little while, and it's day 6. But I'm probably, my plan is to spend some time back in southern Glasgow again. I'm not sure how long I'll be down here for, but I intend to spend most of the day here and then head back to the city centre later on this afternoon. But yeah, that's today's plan. Up to very much this afternoon or evening, but I've more caught up reminding myself what we're doing in the last lecture that I had, as like, although I kind of know what I'm doing I vaguely remembered with what I was doing the last lecture I had, because we've had 2 weeks off for the October break with my last lecture, so I was reminding myself what I was doing before the holiday, but yeah, so I just kind of done a bit of revision for that, and yeah, I done a bit of that like over dinner. The rest of this afternoon was kind of pretty chilled out, but I've not really read much from the book over this afternoon or evening, so I think if there's not really all that much going on tonight, or I can't find anything that I'm vaguely interested in doing this evening, then I'd probably say I'm just kind of having a bit of a download at the moment. But if I can't find anything on that I'm vaguely interested in, then I'll today's my last day in Glasgow and I've checked out in a hostel, so I'm just going to be heading back home and then sorting out all my washing and everything like that. So yeah, that now marks the end of my time here.